Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. Here's a route that I said I would do a video of. I think, was it Train Sim World 3 this route actually come out, and I never ever got round to doing a video on it out of all the routes that come out. It is Kassel Würzburg, and the only reason that we're doing it today is because we're going to take a look at the Expert DBBR 101 gameplay pack that's come out. So it's out on the consoles at usual time in the morning, 10 AM. It comes out Epic Game Store later in the day, usually around 4 o'clock, and then it comes out on Steam later on at like 6 o'clock in UK time. So the route itself gets a timetable and some scenarios, and we are going to do a scenario because I feel like I need walking through because I have no idea what I'm doing with the 101. I'm just going to quickly show you what you get in the timetable there. So there's loads of stuff to play with there. I don't know if it's just a copy. No, it's not. It's different. Yeah, it's 2018. I was about to say it's a carbon copy, but it's not. It's actually got more trains in it as well. So yeah, there's all sorts in there. Loads of bits and bobs. As you can see, there's tons of units. I say units, locos. Vectron, the 187, 101 Expert. Then obviously the one with all, I've got the pack in there off PSC. It puts all those liveries in as well, so you can play with them. Yeah, there's loads of stuff. If you like the timetable, I'm hoping to have a go on the timetable in stream on Friday, so we'll have a look at that properly. So today, there's no specific introductions. There'll be some tutorials, I presume. I would have thought maybe. I could be bold claiming there, but scenario wise, you get 5. So we're going to do interference. It's the shortest of the lot, just so I can fit it in as a video. Get some decent length scenarios, like you've got hard ones, medium ones, and easy ones. We're going to go for a medium one. They were going to do interference, but yeah, they sound quite good. Like this one, engineering inspections are taking place to ensure that bridges and viaducts are safe for use. Delays and wrong line running are to be expected. On ours, it's drive IC 1972 from Fulda to Kassel, accompanied by your trainer. The stormy weather may provide some challenges along the way. Well, interesting. Keep running. Rowdy passengers are causing drama on a Saturday night. Ensure your passengers are safely delivered to their destinations. And then rescue is drive IC 1174, which is IC 1174 is stranded between Kassel and Fulda. Start a rescue mission from Würzburg and tow the failed train to Fulda. And then evacuation is rescue stranded passengers on a broken down ice service. Pay local from Colden and Rushed. I've just looked at the picture there. If you can see the picture on the right hand side, look, it's got a little bridge between the two trains. That I like. So that TSG, you can guarantee that they've done some interesting stuff, especially in these scenarios. That's why I'm doing a scenario, because I can expect there'll be some exciting bits, and plus it'll help me through a little bit in walking along the way. Because it's been a long time since I've really driven this train, and I winged it when I did the last video. I'm going to wing it again with a bit of help from prompts and the on the objectives, because for the life of me, I have no idea how you set the stuff like the GSMR up. Sadly, it's a bit beyond my technical knowledge. What you need to do with it, I need to sit down and learn it a bit better. My guide prof will probably help me out on the stream, so all that stuff should hopefully come to play. Right, interference. Oh, a cinematic as well, excellent. Did I start? Don't know if I've ever seen any cinematic camera stuff like that. Maybe the Thomas pack did. Potentially. Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah, I like this. Good start. And the rolling...
Together with your trainer, you have taken over IC 1972 at Frankfurt am Main Hauptbahnhof on this stormy April Friday. You two are about to arrive at Fulda, from where you will continue on to Kassel-Wilhelmshöhe.
Whether it's meant to be so far zoomed in is another question, but we'll go with it. I can't do anything now, the controls are locked. Nice little start though. And on the move. You don't see very much of stuff like that, so it's a strong start for a scenario. Well, we're not so far zoomed in, isn't it? I've never seen the rain so detailed in the game. That's why I've obviously audio read out. Yes, no, we don't see that very often either. We don't hear that very often, shall I say. There we go. Right. Lock the doors. I'm going to put that on for a minute so I can see what's going on. Right. Ooh, what's that in the right hand side, is it? That's something new. Something on the top, the bottom right hand side here, I've not seen that before. Is that something to do with signals or something? Something new for the HUD. Right, so return to the Expert BRDB 101 and put your skills to the test in a dedicated Expert gameplay pack for PSW from TSG. Note that this gameplay pack will only release on Gen 9, Xbox Series S, X, PS5 and Steam platforms, along obviously with the Epic. Oh no, this will not release on Epic Game Store. Ah, this will not, sorry. So I mentioned about Epic being a 4 PM release. It's not on Epic. Should have read this first. The following content is required to make use of the gameplay pack. So it's Chasing World 5, Castle Würzburg, and Expert DBBR 101 and the Sturwagen add-on. This new pack contains unique gameplay elements contained within 5 expert level scenarios, along with a new timetable for the Castle Würzburg route, and this will be priced at €9.99, £7.99 or $9.99. Not a bad price at all for a new timetable and 5 scenarios, I don't think. Bad at all. The Expert DBBR 101 delivered the ultimate in-depth simulation experience for IC tracking TSW. PSG introduced multiple variants and liveries of iconic locomotives, twinned with its sleek cab car in a study-level format for use on routes throughout Germany and beyond, such as Salzburg, Rosenheim, and Flashwicks, Ludwigshafen, and more. Right, doors. I presume this train's actually been set up ready for us. I'm not gonna tinker with anything. Is that a signal on the right hand side? I don't know. Please drive. It's moving. Thank God for that. Right. I'm glad the cab's all set up because I really didn't want to have to mess about doing that. So we are driving apparently 86 kilometers. But we're doing the full run. That little signal thing's disappeared off my HUD now, so maybe that just appears when you see signals. I don't know. So we've got, I'm presuming all the safety systems will be on here because these are experts, so we need to be very careful and vigilant. In this gameplay pack, a comprehensive expansion of Expert 101 experiences is up for grabs. Accelerate to a faster pace on I can't pronounce that, Castle Würzburg, currently the longest route in the franchise, in a suite of new scenarios and an authentic timetable, which are designed from the ground up to further test your mettle. It's your mettle. No idea. Mettle, M-E-T-T-L-E. Never heard of it like that before. I'm presuming there's a meaning behind that. Skills. I'll test your skills, basically, I presume. Fancy word for it. I'm going to go with that. You can barely hear the horn in the cab. Quite quiet. I'm going to acknowledge it just to be safe. Right, so just moving. I'm just reading through the article at the minute as well, just to sort of give you a level on that top level idea of what's going on with this pack. Because not everyone likes to read articles, and I can understand that. Sometimes they are boring. But if you do read and you find stuff out, I tend to only read them though when I'm doing the video. I like to do it through the video, just sort of learn along the way. I can't even remember the last time I actually drove this route, you know. A long time ago. Probably when it first came out. I don't think I've really ever streamed it. I'm expecting something to probably happen in the scenario, I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Right, throughout the scenarios, look for unique detail such as voiceovers, in-cab written orders, and alterations to the scenery. Oh, that's interesting. Experience the route as it was in 2018 with the new timetable, race between Kassel, Fulda, and Würzburg across IC services and more. A total of 6 hours of additional scenario gameplay is included, with many more hours in the timetable. A new set of expert level scenarios will put your driving skills and the DBBR 101 knowledge to the test on Kassel Würzburg. These scenarios feature and contain detailed gameplay elements unique to this release. All scenarios feature voiceovers to set the scene. 2 scenarios require the expert BR DB101 to be cold started. Some scenarios have dynamic changes to the environment during certain stages, including track being ripped up as part of engineering works. These changes are unique to the scenario, and no such changes are made to the timetable. Quite cool, I do like that. Quite intrigued on how it's done that, to be fair, make it actually how it works in the scenario. One scenario begins with dynamic camera movement, which is this. I'm glad we picked this one for that, because this is the only one that does it. That's cool. And one scenario begins with you riding a train hauled by a DBBR 101, and you ask to take over once it stops. A lot of tunnels on this route. Though we're not seeing much road at the minute. An overview of the scenarios are included. So, diversion is engineering inspections taking place to ensure that bridges and badges are safe for use. Delays line running on expected. This is what we read before. I'm not going to read that again. In the timetable, so a new 2018 timetable will also be available for players with this pack. Revamped IC layer with many more one-on-one services, plus the use of the cab car, including some light loco runs where LZB use is prohibited. Rework IC layer to swap around IC1s and IC3 formations where appropriate, and including the addition of the DVBR 411 ICT layer for Frankfurt folder. Added a layer for 2 times Flixtrain BR193 services. Added a high-speed rail tour layer for Link and Rheinstrecker's DVBR103 and Mittenball Barnes IC Rheingold coaches. Rework freight layers, including allowing Semmering Barnes OBB 1116 to substitute into them. Not speeding, that's fun. Putting me off. I'm too busy reading these, I'm not watching the speed. Hard to watch it. I'm amazed that we've made it this far without anything going wrong so far, so we've continued the trend. Added realistic AI as well to multiple parts along the route where high-speed trains interact with classic conventional rail lines. That's cool, so you'll see it on other lines. Trains. Nice. Oh, it's bleak. Visual 5's expert DVBR 101 Koza Würzburg's gameplay pack is released on Thursday, so now it's out for Xbox Series S and X, PlayStation 5 and Steam. As I say, it's €9.99, £7.99 and $9.99. A stream was hosted on Wednesday evenings, the day before release, by Lucas, Matt and Jan. Although I don't think Matt actually appeared. From what I saw, it was just Lucas and Jan, so maybe Matt wasn't available, unfortunately. Unless he came on later. That was on YouTube and Twitch, so if you didn't see that, go and give that a watch. Obviously, you need the expert DVBR 101 for this pack. If you don't have that, it ain't going to work. This expert loco is a much more complex, challenging and detailed version of the separate base DVBR 101, so there is a default one which is a standard version. There's no phantoms inside it, it's just basically plug and play drive. That one came out in 2021, but the expert one came out in 2024. The other features a level of interaction that requires considerable knowledge of the real-world locomotive system and requires the use of the manual to understand some of the processes that are simulated. These include cold start and entering train dates and managing a level of faults. There's also a German language manual available for that. This is what I struggle with, is the fact if any faults pop up. I have no idea if there's going to be faults on this, but if there is, I'm hoping that it'll be instructing what I'm going to do, because at that point that's where I'll struggle. So this is what I say, I'm winging it. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping I've picked a timetable that's like a service or whatever, a scenario that's not going to throw me in the deep end and make me look like an absolute idiot. I don't need that to help me. I can do that as it is. So far it's going well. I'm liking the drive. It's just a nice, easy drive. I feel like the sounds of this. It sounds like it's really working quite hard. Nice and noisy. Hopefully you can hear me over it. If not, I do apologise. On June the 23rd, the patch provided significant updates for the Expert 101, including new livery. I forgot. I presume if I don't obviously intervene and interact with that, it probably will link brakes on me, so probably best to slow it down. Yeah, so there was a patch that came out on the 23rd of June. Say ports a new livery and loads of improved features. And this article I'm reading is in the description of the video, so if you want to go and see what the changelog is, that is there. There's a patch notes section. Also, you do need Kassel Würzburg, otherwise you're not going to get to play the timetable or the scenarios, because basically, yeah, if you don't have any of that, it's basically you've wasted your money. But do get that.
That looks like an unknown GSMR dead spot if I've ever seen one. Those are rare, but they do happen from time to time and usually go away soon enough. If we are unlucky, we will have to stop at the next station, then Kirchheim. Radio communication is safety critical after.
Okay, so there was a GSMR dead spot apparently. Press E. Oh, okay. So pressing E there. That's acknowledging the error fault. Okay. So we're going to stop at Kirchheim track 42. Okay. I'm liking how that's changed the task. Because originally it said the task that we were doing was going to be stopping at over the station right at the end. That's obviously changed. Also, it's not limited power. It's like we do it now. We'll see what this has in store for us when we come to a stop. So, as I was saying, now Kassel Würzburg is needed, and it was first right.
See, just as I told you, it usually goes away pretty quickly. You still need to inform the signaler though, as it wasn't a known one. Go give them a call and inform them about where we had the dead spot.
Oh, okay. Report the GSMR. Okay, is it that one?
Signal Kirchheim.
Hello, train 1972 here, reporting a GSMR dead spot between Langenschwarz and Kirchheim, kilometer 208 and 203 to be more exact.
You're the fourth one to report that today. Alright, thank you.
That's all.
Perfect, bye.
Bye.
Although that is very annoying because what's happened is it's basically just done me with the CIFA because I didn't hear it going off because it was talking. Well, I think the brakes are coming off anyway. Oh, that's annoying. But at least it hasn't made me come to a total stop. So you've got to obviously you have to watch when that happens at your CIFA as well because it doesn't. Not very easy to hear it. Obviously, when something else is talking over it, but I love that. It's quite a cool little addition to a scenario. Yeah, little things like that to make things a little bit more exciting and fun. Also, we're climbing a hill here, which makes struggling. Doesn't happen at everyone's worst time. Come on, maybe let's getting some speed down now. Basically, keep your eye out for Steve when voiceovers are occurring. So I keep trying to tell you something here as well. So, Kassel Würzburg first release of the core route for trains in World 3. The route is available for trains in World 5 as a compatible route. This route features the first true high-speed train in Germany. It was the IC1, which can accelerate up to 280 km an hour. The route's equivalent mix of tunnels, viaducts makes it a unique view as you punch through the landscape. And unique as well as a challenge as you stay on top of the forever changing speed limits in both LZB and PWB systems are available. So, in the PlayStation Summer Sale, you can get 50% off the Kassel Würzburg route and 20% off the Expert 101. That is up until the 30th of July, which was yesterday. So, that's gone, basically. Trains in World 5 Deluxe Edition also is 8% off. So that was until 20th of July, 30th of July. So 20th of July on Steam, 30th of July on PlayStation, 31st of July on Xbox. Oh my god. 5th of July PlayStation, 31st of July on Xbox. So it may well still be on offer on the Xbox currently, whilst this video's just gone out. Right. That's enough reading. Let's focus back on the drive and what's going on. So there's nothing. I'm not really going to sit here and explain like the train because I have no idea. I'm just showing you today what one of the scenarios is like, what comes in the pack. Just showing you a bit of the gameplay element to this pack. If you want to see people's thoughts and stuff on the actual pack itself, then there'll be people out there who've done a lot better in-depth review of this pack, like the base pack. Also, can I actually open a window? Yes, that. Very slow. I'm struggling here. Really struggling. Also, I'm slipping here. Might explain. Oh no, it's sand. I think we are slipping. I can't quite tell. But also, one thing I do like on this pack is that the arcing is, that blue arcing is so much nicer. Look at that. It glows rather than just a spark coming off it. That actually has a nice blue arc in it. I'm going to try and catch the arc in for a screenshot. Always happening in a place that I can actually. Decent picture. Also, see the sand, or is wheel slipping like mad? I don't quite know what's going on here. Can't be slipping because it's just eased up a bit now. Looks like he's doing the Back to the Future. Parts on the floor. Sparks everywhere. God knows what I'm doing. No doubt something wrong. I think it is actually slipping to some degree. I've just put sand down, it's like it's trying to gain a bit more traction. It's picking up power now. Didn't really indicate much slipping though in like when you're watching on that center screen. So people are going to be thinking, is it worth the price? I think for $7.99 for 5 expert level scenarios of the work that's been put into them and the timetable, I definitely think. Definitely. It's cheap, that, really. Scenario creation is not easy. And to do what these guys do with the expert side of things just adds an extra depth of level of work that goes into these. And obviously a new timetable, well, they take ages to make. I definitely do think it's worth the time of day and worth the money. So do support TSG, they do a good job. They do an excellent job. So not just a good job, they do a fantastic job. All the stuff they've done in the German scene, the European stuff, really good. And they're definitely going from strength to strength from packs that they've done so far, like from where they started. It's definitely, they're growing better and better each time. I look forward to what comes next. Whatever that is. Looking through the roof. Well, I don't think we actually started at the beginning. I think we probably started part of the way up. And if we don't put our speed back a bit. To be honest, the driving of this thing is actually pretty simple. It's just the setting up we've done, like getting everything going, like the GSMR, it's the back panel where I have to input some bits and bobs for the speeds. I think with that, the VMAX and that. Pretty certain when you jump into one of these on timetable, I think the actual status systems are already on by default. If you would have to turn them off if you don't want them on. Pretty certain that's the case, from what I can remember. One thing I've noticed is when the wife's going across, it's making the tunnel blue line go white. The distance. I mentioned this was a 40-minute snow. I'm about 33 minutes into recording, so I wonder if there's going to be something else happen. We're 34 kilometres away. It reckons 10 minutes to get there. Don't know, maybe. Doing that in 10 minutes is probably a bit extreme. I do wonder if we're going to maybe have another issue. I think on intervention, something's going to intervene. One thing would be cool, I don't know if it does it, but when obviously you get the sparkle paragraph, I think like the tunnel lights up so you could actually see it around, but I don't think it does it. Which is a shame, but there we are. Actually driving this in the murky weather is actually giving it a bit of damage, but it is in the bridges and tunnels.
it seems. That is an LZB transmission failure, probably provoked by the bad weather. Acknowledge it with PZB LZB release.
Slow down to below 85, hopefully.
And now, based on the last data the LZB received, it gives us a safe braking curve down to 85 kilometers an hour, where we can transition to PZB. Once you are below 160 km an hour, you will have to read blind-side signals again, as opposed to only trusting in-cab signaling. Even then, we need to brake down to 40 km an hour, as we were faster than 160 km an hour prior to the transmission fault. Then continue at that speed for 2 kilometers before returning to timetabled speed.
Interesting. Well, right, there's definitely going to be something else. So we need to do below 85, which we are.
The flashing 85 in the MFD in front of you is telling you that with another press of PZB release, you can transition to PZB and follow line sign signals. Remember to still drive 40 kilometers an hour for 2 kilometers. Do that now and then call the signal and inform about the failure. Again with location information.
Right, so press PZB release. Slow down to 40. Very in-depth. You have to really know what you're doing here. I presume this is the sort of level faults you would actually get your timetable if you have the specific stuff set up, because you can obviously set up to have like different levels of faults, like really bad or severe or not too harsh. I presume this sort of stuff probably does come up in if you put specific setups and that. Right, report the transmission failure.
Signal Kirchheim.
Hey, it's 1972 again. This time with an LZB transmission failure around kilometer 174.6.
Transmission failure in kilometer 174.6.
Correct.
Do you need a written order to continue?
No, we were driving LZB full block mode.
Okay, you may continue at your permitted speed and hopefully with less trouble.
Don't jinx it. Bye.
I've been caught by a safety gun because I can't hear it.
We now continue
That's
following
almighty.
line-side signaling, but remember that the transmission failure only happened at that one point back there. If this does not turn out to be a more severe LZB issue with reoccurring failures, we can return to our usual 200 km per hour after the next LZB entry sign.
This is where it all goes pear-shaped with this pack for me. Not this pack itself, just with the train. There's so much going on. This is where it all goes wrong. It's just a bit annoying that you can't hear the see-through over. Like you're trying to concentrate on the talking, and what's going on in that call. I find it really interesting to find out what's going on, how it's all been done, and that, and between the call and how that all goes. I'm so focused on that I'm then not focused on this little white light on the middle bloody screen down the bottom there going for Sifa, and you can't hear it saying it, which is annoying as well. You can hear it now because nothing's going on in the background, but it's hard to focus on all that's going on. It all goes off at once. Slipping again now. We need to be below 40 for 2k, 2km. Have to be exactly 40 kph, or is it below? And keep it exactly that. No way I can keep that at 40. Hopefully it'll just work. Now we've got over. Well, I was going to be doing 40 kph all the way through to the end of the scenario. Or is there a speed set? Forget. There's AFP, isn't there? This will work or not. I don't know if I have to do something. Can't remember. No, I've probably got to do something to get that working, to be honest. It's going to be a car crash now, I can see it. I'm hoping there's just a mark on the track and it knows. Oh, there we are, it's worked, so up to speed. That's very, I mean, I probably should have done something else. I probably set the AFB up. I can't quite remember what it is. Probably a switch somewhere. We are 23 kilometers away from Kassel. Probably something else go wrong in a minute. It wouldn't be a bad thing because I quite like all these little things that are going on. Quite interesting. It just shows that they put a lot of work into doing these things. Hell's a beast, get back in. Speed again. After slipping, keep your finger on the standard, it's getting where it needs to be, which is all good. No going downhill here. I'm not driving, going down toilet. It creeps over so quickly. Literally almost there now. Last little bit. I mean, other than it was a very nice scenario, but I definitely do say grab it if it's something that takes. If you like driving the Expert 101, definitely go for it. If you maybe want a challenge, then go for it as well. Broaden your horizons, maybe give yourself a challenge and see if you can actually master it. Something I need to do is try and master it a bit more. We're looking at the in-cab signal, it says 180, and it's counting down how far away from that signal we are. That yellow bar is dropping down. And I'm already there, I'm just being cautious. I'd rather be cautious than not, because I don't want to get e-brakes. So it's 140. So it's bringing us down to a gradual speed of getting into Kassel. The scenarios go, I've enjoyed that. I don't do scenarios very often, especially for videos. I think I'm glad I did that more than timetable flip video. Good. No let up in the weather. Absolutely hammering it down here. But Matt, I've seen a few more trains going in the other direction. I thought quite a... Some locos static on sides and stuff. Could have done maybe a bit there. Only thing I will say is a bit quiet. Definitely not all busy bustling them. All in all, a nice run. Thank you for watching, guys. Links will be in the description. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Catch us on Twitch on a Friday and a Monday. Train Sim TV for various TSW, Train Classic stuff and other stuff. Oh, it's all going wrong. I was stopping here apparently. Yeah, that'll do. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you for watching, guys, though. Everything in the description. Do take a look
You
for
handled
all
those two
that.
issues earlier well. I hope that is all the chaos done for now. The dead spot and the transmission failure were basically back to back.
There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and again, we'll see you soon for another video. Bye for now.